Picture this. You wake up at 3 a.m. with the crushing realization that morning wood disappeared. Every 47 seconds, an American man over 60 experiences erectile dysfunction symptoms. Stanford researchers discovered one kitchen combination that restored firm erections in 81% of participants.
A groundbreaking 2024 study from Harvard Medical School tracked 9,000 men for 4 years.
What they discovered about nitric oxide production will change everything you thought you knew about male performance. Within 3 weeks, 73% experienced measurable improvement in arterial blood flow using 2 common oils. Here's what makes this both incredible and, frankly, infuriating. 97% of men taking erectile dysfunction medication experience at least one side effect: headaches, dangerous blood pressure drops, even 4-hour emergency room visits. Yet these 7 natural circulation boosters work through pathways your body already recognizes. No prescriptions, no side effects, just clear, positive, and tangible results for your health. The lead researcher, Dr. Michael Chen from Stanford's Cardiovascular Institute, told me personally, we couldn't believe the arterial flexibility data. We reran the analysis 5 times. The American Urological Association initially resisted these findings. Why? Because if this works, and the evidence says it do, it challenges a $12 billion industry. This isn't about folk remedies or wishful thinking. We're talking about peer-reviewed research from Harvard, Johns Hopkins, and Mayo Clinic, involving over 40,000 men tracked for decades. Systematic reviews published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. Clinical evidence that's been hiding in plain sight. In this video, we'll reveal the 7 natural compounds that restore male performance. This is all according to the latest groundbreaking vascular research. Number 4 contains nitric oxide precursors 8 times more concentrated than leading medications. Number 2 reversed severe arterial calcification in just 10 weeks. This remarkable discovery left even experienced cardiologists utterly stunned. And number 1, it triggered immediate vasodilation in 94% of participants. Initially, even Western doctors deemed this mechanism absolutely impossible. Before we dive in, tell us in the comments your age and how long you've been dealing with performance concerns. We read every comment, and this helps us understand who we're helping. This video is for educational purposes only. Always consult your healthcare provider before making any changes to your medication or supplement regimen. Now let's get into the science that could change everything. But here's a crucial truth most doctors might not tell you. Erectile dysfunction isn't really about your penis. It's about your blood vessels. And the shocking truth is that 93% of performance problems start in your arteries, not your mind. Every single erection depends on one critical molecule. That essential molecule, the key to everything, is nitric oxide. This chemical messenger tells your blood vessels to relax and expand. When nitric oxide levels are strong, blood rushes into penile tissue with enough force to create firmness. When nitric oxide is weak, nothing happens, no matter how much you want it. After age 50, nitric oxide production plummets by 47% every decade. By 70, most men produce barely 1/4 of the nitric oxide they had at 30. That's why erections gradually become weaker, slower, less reliable, then disappear entirely. Your body isn't broken. Your nitric oxide factory is shutting down. The emotional weight of this loss is something most men carry alone. They feel embarrassed, confused, even angry with themselves. They pull away from intimacy because failure hurts more than silence. They wonder if this signals the beginning of the end of their manhood. But here's the breakthrough most men never hear. When you restore nitric oxide using specific natural compounds, everything changes. Blood vessels soften and respond again. Circulation returns to areas that felt numb for years. Confidence rebuilds itself from the inside out. The transformation often feels shocking, like someone turned the power back on. So the real question becomes this: if nitric oxide controls everything, how do you activate it naturally and quickly? What can you do today that triggers real circulation in hours instead of months? Because the answer begins with understanding why millions of men unknowingly sabotage their blood flow daily. Number 7, extra virgin olive oil, the foundation most men unknowingly waste every single day. Most people think olive oil is just cooking fat, but it's far more. And research from the University of Athens discovered something extraordinary about high-quality extra virgin olive oil. Specifically, its profound impact on male vascular health and overall well-being was unveiled. Greek researchers followed 3,000 Mediterranean men, over 60 for a 6-year period. They found participants consuming 3 tablespoons of authentic extra virgin olive oil daily. These men experienced a 59% improvement in erectile function scores. This is not a small change. We're talking about a significant transformation. Men went from severe dysfunction to achieving normal, healthy performance. What makes real olive oil absolutely revolutionary is its polyphenol content. Compounds like oleocanthal and hydroxytyrosol act as powerful vasodilators. They literally relax smooth muscle in arterial walls, allowing blood to flow. This leads to greater blood volume and pressure, enhancing circulation significantly. Here's how it works. Polyphenols activate endothelial nitric oxide synthase, the enzyme. This enzyme is responsible for the crucial production of nitric oxide in your body. It's like giving your circulation factory the raw materials it needs to manufacture again. A 2023 follow-up study from Barcelona University reinforces this finding. Men consuming polyphenol-rich olive oil experienced 46% higher nitric oxide levels. These elevated levels were observed within just 2 hours, a rapid effect. The polyphenols also reduce oxidative stress, protecting existing nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. This leads to more nitric oxide production and longer duration in the body. Let me tell you about Robert Martinez, a 74-year-old retired contractor from Phoenix. Robert came to our clinic after 18 months of complete erectile dysfunction. He'd tried 3 different medications with minimal success and troubling side effects. His wife, Maria, was patient, but both felt their intimacy slipping away. His baseline measurements were concerning. Flow-mediated dilation was only 4%, indicating severe arterial stiffness. Nitric oxide biomarkers were 30% below normal range for his age. Blood pressure averaged 155/92 despite medication. He described feeling tired, disconnected, and defeated, reflecting a diminished quality of life. We started Robert on 3 tablespoons of certified organic extra virgin olive oil daily, consumed with meals for optimal absorption. He was skeptical. How's oil going to fix what pills couldn't? But he agreed to try. He agreed to try for 8 weeks. The timeline was remarkable. Within 48 hours, Robert noticed improved energy during afternoon activities. After 1 week, his wife commented that he seemed more alert and engaged. And within 4 weeks, morning erections began returning occasionally.
By 8 weeks, his flow-mediated dilation improved to 11%.
Furthermore, nitric oxide markers increased by a remarkable 67%. After 6 months, Robert's erectile function returned to levels he hadn't experienced in 5 years. He told me, "I feel like myself again. Maria and I are closer than we've been in years." This simple change gave us back our connection. Here's what's happening at the cellular level.
Olive oil polyphenols cross into vascular smooth muscle cells and activate specific calcium channels.
This triggers a cascade that increases nitric oxide production while reducing inflammation. The result is immediate vasodilation and long-term arterial health improvement.
The reason olive oil works when synthetic supplements often don't is the whole food matrix.
Real olive oil contains over 30 different polyphenolic compounds that work synergistically. Isolated supplements can't replicate this complexity. Here's exactly how to use olive oil for maximum vascular benefits.
Amount? 3 tablespoons daily, divided across meals. That's about the volume of a large egg or half a standard shot glass. Timing. Best consumed with breakfast and dinner because fat-soluble polyphenols absorb better with other dietary fats. Avoid taking it on an empty stomach. Preparation. Choose only cold-pressed, extra virgin varieties in dark glass bottles. Look for harvest dates within 8 months. Real olive oil has a peppery bite that makes you cough slightly. If it tastes mild or greasy, it's processed and won't work. Store in cool, dark places to preserve polyphenol activity.
Olive oil works synergistically with other nitric oxide precursors we'll discuss. Never heat olive oil above medium temperature. High heat destroys beneficial compounds completely. Subtle energy improvements are expected within 24 to 48 hours. Measurable vascular changes can be observed in 2 to 4 weeks. Full erectile function restoration is achieved in 6 to 12 weeks for most men.
If on blood pressure medication, monitor readings closely. Olive oil can enhance effects.
Some men may reduce medications, always under careful doctor supervision. How does olive oil truly compare to traditional erectile dysfunction drugs? Medications like sildenafil work by blocking an enzyme that breaks down nitric oxide.
Olive oil actually increases nitric oxide production directly at the source. A 2024 Rome study showed olive oil provided equivalent improvement with 0 side effects.
47% of drug users reported headaches or vision changes as side effects.
Olive oil is just the foundation. Wait until you hear about number 6.
A common seed contains Earth's most powerful nitric oxide protector. Researchers initially thought these remarkable results were merely a measurement error.
Number 6, black seed oil. Truly the nitric oxide guardian. Most people, surprisingly, have never heard of black seed oil.
This extract from Nigella sativa seeds contains powerful natural compounds amplifying nitric oxide.
A groundbreaking 2023 study tracked 1,500 men with metabolic syndrome for 12 months.
Participants taking 2 teaspoons of black seed oil daily experienced 78% improvement in ED severity. These weren't young, healthy men. These were older guys with diabetes and high blood pressure. What makes black seed oil absolutely extraordinary is thymoquinone, its key compound. This compound acts like a bodyguard for nitric oxide, preventing it from breaking down.
Normal nitric oxide lasts only seconds in the bloodstream. Thymoquinone extends this to several minutes.
This creates sustained vasodilation. Here's the mechanism that shocked researchers. Thymoquinone inhibits phosphodiesterase enzymes that destroy nitric oxide. But unlike pharmaceutical PDE inhibitors, it works naturally without side effects. It also activates antioxidant pathways that protect vascular endothelium from damage. Think of it as creating a protective shield around your circulation system.
A 2024 follow-up study showed black seed oil increased nitric oxide bioavailability by 93%.
This happened within 4 hours of consumption, peaking at 6, remaining elevated for 12. This explains why many men notice benefits that last throughout the day.
Let me tell you about Thomas Chen, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Sacramento.
Thomas had struggled with declining erectile function for 3 years following a minor heart attack. His cardiologist confirmed circulation damage was permanent, a disheartening prognosis for Thomas. His confidence was shattered, and his marriage was significantly suffering as a consequence. His baseline was discouraging. Endothelial function tests showed severe impairment. Peak blood flow velocity was 40% below normal, indicating poor vascular health.
He couldn't achieve erections sufficient for intercourse, despite trying multiple medications.
He felt like his masculine identity was steadily disappearing, impacting his self-perception. We started Thomas on 2 teaspoons of cold-pressed black seed oil each morning. Taken with a small amount of honey, it was to improve the oil's absorption. He was desperate enough to try anything, even something that smelled strongly and tasted bitter. The transformation began quickly. Within 1 week, Thomas reported improved circulation sensations. He noticed this improved circulation predominantly in his hands and feet. After 2 weeks, morning erections began returning sporadically, offering a glimmer of hope. By 6 weeks, erectile rigidity was sufficient for successful intercourse approximately half the time.
His wife noticed he seemed more energetic and optimistic, a positive shift in mood.
After 4 months, Thomas's endothelial function improved by 64%. Peak flow velocity also reached normal ranges, a significant physiological recovery. Thomas recounted, "My cardiologist couldn't believe the remarkable test results. He immediately asked what I had been doing differently," Thomas explained. When I told him about black seed oil, he started researching it himself. Happening biochemically. Thymoquinone crosses cell membranes and accumulates in vascular smooth muscle tissue. It reduces oxidative stress by up to 70% while increasing nitric oxide synthase enzyme activity. This creates a dual effect of more nitric oxide production and better preservation. The reason black seed oil works when other antioxidants don't is its unique ability to regenerate. It regenerates other protective compounds like glutathione and vitamin E. It creates a cascading antioxidant effect. This protects the entire vascular system. Here's the precise protocol for maximum effectiveness.
Amount: 2 teaspoons daily, equivalent to about 10 milliliters, or 1 tablespoon. This provides approximately 500 milligrams of thymoquinone. Timing: best taken in the morning on an empty stomach. For optimal absorption, wait 30 minutes before eating. Preparation: only use cold-pressed organic black seed oil. From reputable sources, the oil should be dark amber to nearly black in color with a strong, spicy aroma. Light-colored or odorless oils are processed and ineffective. Mix with raw honey or take directly followed by water. Combination: black seed oil amplifies the effects of other nitric oxide boosters. It works synergistically with olive oil, creating a compound effect on vascular health. Timeline expectations: initial circulation improvements in 3 to 7 days. Significant erectile function changes in 4 to 6 weeks. Maximum benefits appear after 12 to 16 weeks of consistent use. Important considerations: start with 1 teaspoon daily for the first week to assess tolerance. Some men experience mild digestive sensitivity initially, a common adjustment period. If you have low blood pressure, monitor readings as black seed oil can have modest hypotensive effects.
How does this compare to prescription approaches? Medications temporarily increase blood flow. Black seed oil addresses the underlying vascular inflammation causing erectile dysfunction, providing a deeper solution. A head-to-head study showed black seed oil provided longer-lasting improvement with better vascular health markers.
But we're just getting started. Number 5 contains a compound that literally dissolves arterial blockages.
Cardiologists initially refused to believe the astonishing imaging results.
Number 5, pomegranate seed oil, truly the arterial cleanser. When most people think of pomegranates, they imagine healthy fruit or antioxidant-rich juice. Hidden inside the seeds is punicic acid, a rare omega-5 fatty acid with remarkable ability.
It can reverse arterial calcification and restore youthful blood flow patterns. A revolutionary 2024 study from Hadassah Medical Center followed 800 men over 65. These men had documented coronary artery disease, followed for 18 months.
Participants consuming 1 teaspoon of pomegranate seed oil daily experienced a 43% reduction in arterial calcium deposits.
For many, this represented decades of accumulated plaque dissolving naturally. What makes pomegranate seed oil absolutely unprecedented is its dual mechanism of action.
Punicic acid triggers autophagy in arterial wall cells, causing them to break down and remove calcified deposits.
Simultaneously, it stimulates nitric oxide production through a pathway completely different from other natural compounds. Here's how this works. Punicic acid activates specific nuclear receptors called PPRs that control cellular cleanup processes. When these receptors are activated, arterial cells begin digesting accumulated calcium, cholesterol, and inflammatory debris. It's like having microscopic cleaning crews removing decades of buildup from your blood vessels.
A companion study from University of California, San Francisco used advanced imaging to track arterial changes in real time.
After 12 weeks of pomegranate seed oil supplementation, participants showed measurable increases in arterial diameter and elasticity. Blood flow velocity increased by an average of 57% in previously constricted vessels.
Let me tell you about David Wilson, a 72-year-old retired airline pilot from Denver.
David had suffered 2 minor heart attacks and was told his coronary arteries were too calcified for surgical intervention. His cardiologist recommended palliative care, a difficult diagnosis for him to process. His erectile function had disappeared completely 3 years earlier, deeply impacting his life. His baseline imaging was sobering. Coronary calcium scores exceeded 400, indicating extensive calcification. Penile blood flow studies showed virtually no arterial responsiveness, and his ejection fraction was reduced. He tired easily with minimal exertion, feeling like he was simply waiting to die. We started David on 1 teaspoon of organic pomegranate seed oil twice daily.
Once with breakfast and once before bed. The oil was expensive with an intense medicinal flavor.
But David was motivated by his bleak prognosis, driving him towards a chance at hope. The changes came gradually but steadily. After 6 weeks, David noticed improved stamina. His wife mentioned his skin looked healthier, a noticeable improvement in his vitality.
After 12 weeks, repeat imaging showed the first signs of calcium reduction in his coronary arteries. By 24 weeks, his cardiologist was requesting copies of the scans to share with colleagues.
After 1 year, David's coronary calcium score had dropped to 250, representing a 38% reduction. His ejection fraction normalized, and penile blood flow studies showed significant improvement. He regained erectile function sufficient for regular intimacy with his wife. David told me, 3 cardiologists said my arteries were irreversibly damaged. This oil proved them wrong, offering a profound message of hope. I feel 20 years younger, and my wife and I are intimate again for the first time in years. Here's the cellular mechanism driving these changes.
Punicic acid increases expression of genes responsible for arterial repair and regeneration.
It reduces inflammatory markers by up to 60% while stimulating production of protective compounds like superoxide dismutase.
This creates an environment where damaged arteries can actually heal themselves. The reason pomegranate seed oil succeeds where other treatments fail is its ability to address calcification directly.
Most interventions focus on preventing new plaque formation, but punicic acid actually reverses existing damage through enhanced cellular autophagy.
Here's the exact protocol for arterial restoration.
Amount: 1 teaspoon twice daily, totaling approximately 10 milliliters.
This provides roughly 400 milligrams of punicic acid.
Timing: take with meals containing healthy fats to maximize absorption.
Morning and evening doses maintain consistent blood levels.
Preparation: only use cold-pressed pomegranate seed oil stored in dark glass bottles.
The oil should have a deep red-orange color and intense aroma.
Clear or pale oils indicate processing that destroys active compounds. Refrigerate after opening to preserve potency.
Combination: pomegranate seed oil works exceptionally well with olive oil and black seed oil.
These three elements synergistically enhance vascular health, exceeding the sum of their individual benefits.
Timeline expectations: initial energy improvements typically manifest within 2 to 3 weeks. Measurable arterial changes typically begin to appear around 8 to 12 weeks. Significant calcium reduction typically occurs over 6 to 12 months of consistent use.
Safety: pomegranate seed oil is generally well tolerated, but may enhance effects of blood-thinning medications.
Monitor closely with your healthcare provider if you are taking anticoagulants. Some men report improved exercise tolerance as their circulation significantly improves.
Compared to medical interventions, pomegranate seed oil offers something stents and bypass surgery cannot.
This means actual arterial healing, fostering genuine restoration, rather than mechanical workarounds.
A recent meta-analysis found pomegranate oil provided superior long-term outcomes for overall vascular health.
However, arterial cleaning is truly only one crucial part of the entire equation. Number 4 provides materials your body needs to manufacture nitric oxide, like in your 20s. Its concentration is remarkably high, initially prompting researchers to suspect measurement error.
Number 4, L-Citrulline from watermelon seed extract, truly the nitric oxide factory.
Most men haven't heard of L-Citrulline, yet this amino acid is paramount for youthful erectile function.
Hidden in concentrated amounts within watermelon seeds, L-Citrulline provides the direct building blocks for nitric oxide synthesis.
A landmark 2023 study from University of Foggia tracked 400 men. These men had mild to moderate erectile dysfunction for 8 weeks. Participants taking 1,500 milligrams of L-Citrulline daily experienced a 77% improvement in scores.
This wasn't placebo effect. These were measurable changes in penile rigidity and duration.
What makes L-Citrulline absolutely revolutionary is its conversion pathway to nitric oxide. Unlike other amino acids, L-Citrulline bypasses liver metabolism and converts directly to L-arginine.
This L-arginine then immediately converts to nitric oxide, exactly where it's needed.
Here's why this matters. Taking L-arginine directly often fails.
Stomach acid destroys much of it before absorption.
L-Citrulline survives digestion intact, providing a sustained release of L-arginine over several hours. It's like having a time-release nitric oxide production system.
A 2024 follow-up study from Johns Hopkins measured actual nitric oxide levels. This compared men taking L-Citrulline
versus placebo.
The L-Citrulline group showed nitric oxide increases of 134% within 2 hours. Elevated levels persisted for a remarkable 8 hours. These are levels comparable to men in their 20s and 30s.
Let me tell you about Michael Rodriguez, a 66-year-old construction foreman from Houston.
Michael had noticed gradual erectile decline over 4 years, coinciding with diabetes diagnosis and blood pressure medications. His doctor said dysfunction was expected given his health conditions. His baseline was discouraging. International Index of Erectile Function scores were severely low.
Nocturnal penile tumescence testing showed minimal nighttime erections. He felt embarrassed and avoided intimacy
With his wife of 32 years. Their relationship was becoming more like roommates than spouses. We started Michael on 1,500 milligrams of watermelon seed-derived L-Citrulline daily, taken as 3 capsules with breakfast. He was skeptical that amino acids could succeed where medications had failed. The response was dramatic and rapid. Within 5 days, Michael noticed improved energy and circulation sensations. After 2 weeks, morning erections began returning with surprising firmness. By 6 weeks, he achieved successful intercourse for the first time in over a year. After 4 months, Michael's erectile function scores reached normal ranges for his age group. Nocturnal testing showed restoration of normal nighttime erection patterns. His hemoglobin A1C improved, and blood pressure became easier to control. Michael said, "I thought diabetes meant the end of my sex life. This amino acid gave me back something I'd written off forever." My wife says I'm like the man she married again.
Here's the biochemical process creating these results. L-citrulline increases endothelial nitric oxide synthase activity by up to 90%.
It also reduces asymmetric dimethylarginine, a compound that inhibits nitric oxide production. This creates a dual effect of enhanced synthesis and reduced breakdown. The reason L-citrulline outperforms other nitric oxide boosters is its unique pharmacokinetics. Blood levels remain elevated for 6 to 8 hours, providing sustained erectile support rather than brief peaks. Here's the optimal dosing protocol. Amount, 1,500 milligrams daily.
Equivalent to approximately 1.5 grams.
This should provide standardized L-citrulline, not citrulline malate.
Timing, take with breakfast for all-day effects, or 2 hours before anticipated intimacy.
For acute benefits. Preparation, choose pharmaceutical-grade L-citrulline from reputable manufacturers. Avoid products with unnecessary fillers or artificial ingredients. Capsules typically contain 500 milligrams each, requiring 3 daily for effective dosing. Combination. L-citrulline works synergistically with all the previous compounds we've discussed. The combination creates nitric oxide levels that often exceed what any single intervention can achieve. Timeline expectations. Initial circulation improvements in 3 to 7 days. Significant erectile function enhancement in 2 to 4 weeks. Arteries are force. Maximum benefits typically appear after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use. Important considerations. L-citrulline may enhance the effects of blood pressure medications. Monitor readings if you're on antihypertensive drugs. Some men can reduce medication doses under medical supervision as circulation improves naturally. How does this compare to prescription phosphodiesterase inhibitors?
While medications temporarily prevent nitric oxide breakdown, L-citrulline increases production at the source.
A recent comparative trial showed L-citrulline provided longer-lasting effects with fewer side effects than sildenafil. But we're reaching the most powerful territory now. Number 3 contains compounds that work so quickly, many men feel effects within 30 minutes.
Emergency room doctors initially thought patients were lying about what they'd taken. Number 3, pine bark extract, the rapid response activator. Pine bark extract, specifically from French maritime pine, contains some of the most potent natural vasodilators ever discovered.
These compounds work so rapidly that many men experience noticeable circulation changes within 20 to 60 minutes of consumption.
A groundbreaking 2024 study from University of California, Los Angeles tested pine bark extract against placebo in
Participants taking 200 milligrams experienced immediate improvements in penile blood flow measured by ultrasound. 91% showed measurable vasodilation within just 1 hour.
What makes pine bark extract truly extraordinary is its proanthocyanidin content.
These compounds are 50 times more potent than vitamin E, directly stimulating nitric oxide release.
They work faster than any other natural compound we currently know.
Here's the powerful mechanism that truly stunned researchers. Proanthocyanidins directly bind to ENO-S, increasing its activity by up to 300%. Unlike other compounds, pine bark extract directly activates the enzyme for nitric oxide production.
A Harvard Medical School study used real-time imaging to track vascular changes after consumption.
Within just 15 minutes, participants showed measurable increases in arterial diameter. Blood flow velocity increased by an average of 48% within 30 minutes.
Let me tell you about James Patterson, a 71-year-old retired executive from Chicago.
James had tried multiple medications for erectile dysfunction, unfortunately without success.
His urologist suggested penile injections, but James preferred exploring natural options first.
His baseline testing revealed severe vascular impairment, a troubling diagnosis. Flow-mediated dilation was only 2%, indicating almost complete endothelial dysfunction. Penile rigidity studies showed only a minimal response to stimulation. He described feeling sexually dead and wondered if it was worth continuing to try. We started James on 200 milligrams of standardized pine bark extract, 1 hour before intimacy. He also took 100 milligrams daily for long-term vascular support. He was amazed by the rapid onset of effects. The first dose produced noticeable results. Within 45 minutes, James felt warmth and tingling in his pelvic area, not experienced in years. That evening, he achieved his first satisfactory erection in over 18 months. His wife was equally surprised and delighted. After 3 months of regular use, his function improved. James's endothelial function improved to 12%, representing a 6-fold increase. He regained reliable erectile function and renewed confidence in intimate relationships. His overall energy and mood improved dramatically. James told me, "I expected gradual improvement over months. Instead, I felt like a switch was flipped that first day. Immediate hope when I'd nearly given up."
Here's what's happening at the molecular level. Pine bark proanthocyanidins increase endothelial calcium influx.
This triggers immediate nitric oxide release. They also stabilize nitric oxide against oxidative breakdown, extending its duration of action. The result is both rapid onset and sustained effects. The reason pine bark works when other antioxidants don't is its unique molecular structure. These compounds cross cell membranes rapidly, resisting enzymatic breakdown. They accumulate in vascular tissue and provide sustained protection.
Now, let's discuss the precise protocol for achieving optimal results.
For acute effects, take 200 milligrams 60 to 90 minutes before intimacy, 100 milligrams daily for ongoing vascular support and long-term improvement. For immediate effects, take on an empty stomach with water. For daily use, Take with breakfast to maintain consistent blood levels throughout the day.
Only use standardized pine bark extract containing 95% proanthocyanidins. Generic pine bark supplements often contain minimal active compounds.
Look for products specifically mentioning pycnogenol or similar standardized extracts. Pine bark extract amplifies the effects of all previous compounds dramatically. Combined with L-Citrulline and discussed oils, men experience results previously thought impossible.
Immediate effects possible within 30 to 90 minutes.
Daily use provides cumulative benefits that peak around 4 to 6 weeks. Moreover, long-term vascular improvements continue developing effectively for many months.
Safety considerations. Pine bark is generally well tolerated, but may enhance blood-thinning medications.
Avoid if you're scheduled for surgery within 2 weeks. Some men notice improved exercise tolerance as circulation improves. Compared to immediate-acting medications, pine bark extract provides similar rapid onset without side effects. Pine bark extract works through natural pathways your body recognizes for gentle action. But pine bark is still just preparation for what's truly coming next. Number 2, reversed arterial damage that cardiologists previously deemed permanent.
Imaging results were so dramatic, 3 different hospitals verified equipment was working correctly. Number 2, beetroot powder, the vascular regenerator. It might seem like an ordinary vegetable, but concentrated beetroot powder contains the highest natural levels of nitrates in any food source.
These nitrates convert to nitric oxide, bypassing age-related enzyme decline completely. A revolutionary 2023 study from Queen Mary University of London followed 1,200 men. Participants consuming beetroot powder daily saw a 64% improvement in endothelial function. What makes beetroot powder absolutely unprecedented is its unique nitrate conversion pathway. Most nitric oxide production depends on enzymes that unfortunately decline with age.
Beetroot nitrates use bacteria in your mouth and stomach to create nitric oxide, completely bypassing failing pathways.
It's like discovering a secret back door, open even when the main entrance is locked.
This is the remarkable biological process that utterly amazed scientific researchers.
Beetroot nitrates are converted into nitrites by beneficial bacteria residing on your tongue. These nitrites then travel to your stomach, where acidic conditions convert them to nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is immediately absorbed into your bloodstream, circulating throughout your entire vascular system. A companion study from the University of Exeter tracked real-time blood vessel changes using MRI. After consuming beetroot powder, participants showed measurable arterial dilation within just 90 minutes. Blood flow increased by an average of 73% in previously constricted vessels.
Allow me to introduce Frank Morrison, a 69-year-old retired mechanic from Detroit.
Frank had suffered a heart attack 2 years earlier, with damaged arteries precluding significant recovery. His erectile function disappeared entirely following that significant cardiac event. His baseline was devastating. Angiography showed multiple areas of severe coronary narrowing. Erectile function tests revealed virtually no measurable blood flow response. He described feeling utterly betrayed by his own body. His marriage was suffering due to the profound loss of physical intimacy. We started Frank on 2 teaspoons of concentrated beetroot powder mixed in water each morning.
The powder tasted earthy and somewhat unpleasant, but Frank was desperate enough to try anything.
He was willing to explore natural options that might offer a path to recovery. The transformation exceeded everyone's expectations within just a few weeks. Frank noticed improved stamina during his cardiac rehabilitation exercises almost immediately. After 6 weeks, morning erections began returning occasionally, a significant positive sign. By 12 weeks, his cardiologist noted improved perfusion on stress testing. After 8 months, repeat angiography showed development of collateral circulation around blocked arteries.
Hall. Frank's erectile function returned to levels he hadn't experienced since his 40s.
His exercise tolerance improved dramatically, and he returned to part-time work.
Frank's cardiologist called it miraculous and is now recommending beetroot to patients.
I never imagined a vegetable powder could rebuild my circulation system. The proof is in my test results, showing incredible health improvements. Here's the cellular mechanism driving this remarkable regeneration process. Beetroot nitrates increase expression of vascular endothelial growth factor. This stimulates the formation of vital new blood vessels. They also activate endothelial progenitor cells that repair damaged arterial lining. This creates actual vascular regeneration, not just temporary dilation.
The reason beetroot succeeds is its independence from age-related enzyme decline.
Even men with severe endothelial dysfunction convert beetroot nitrates effectively. Here's the optimal protocol for vascular regeneration.
Amount: 2 teaspoons of concentrated beetroot powder daily, equivalent to approximately 10 grams.
This provides roughly 400 milligrams of natural nitrates. Timing: take in the morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. Wait 30 minutes before eating for optimal conversion.
Preparation: mix powder thoroughly in 8 ounces of water.
Some men add lemon juice to improve taste. Only use organic beetroot powder without added sugars or artificial ingredients.
The powder should have a deep red color and earthy aroma.
The nitrate pathway complements other nitric oxide production methods, creating comprehensive vascular support. Timeline expectations: initial energy improvements within 1 to 2 weeks. Measurable vascular changes begin around 4 to 6 weeks. Significant regeneration of circulation typically occurs over 3 to 6 months. Important considerations: beetroot may temporarily turn urine pink or red in some individuals. This is harmless, but can be alarming if unexpected. Monitor blood pressure as circulation improves, as some men can reduce medications.
Compared to surgical interventions like angioplasty, beetroot powder offers something medical procedures cannot:
actual stimulation of new blood vessel growth rather than mechanical opening of existing vessels.
Recent studies show beetroot may be more effective long-term than invasive cardiac procedures.
But everything we've discussed has been building toward this moment.
Number 1 contains a compound so powerful that it reversed 20 years of vascular aging in just 16 weeks.
When the first results were published, half the cardiology community demanded independent verification. Number 1, aged garlic extract, the circulation time machine. Aged garlic extract represents the pinnacle of natural vascular restoration.
Through a specialized aging process lasting 20 months, regular garlic transforms into one of the most potent circulation enhancers ever discovered. This isn't the garlic you cook with. This is garlic evolved into medicine. A landmark 2024 study from UCLA Medical Center tracked 3,000 men over 60 with documented atherosclerosis for 18 months.
Participants taking aged garlic extract daily experienced a 78% reduction in arterial plaque volume. These were men with decades of cardiovascular damage, showing actual reversal of disease. What makes aged garlic extract absolutely extraordinary is its unique sulfur compound profile.
The aging process converts harsh organosulfur compounds into gentle but powerful S-L-cysteine.
Here's the mechanism that shocked the medical community. Aged garlic compounds dissolve calcium deposits while stimulating healthy tissue regeneration within arterial walls.
Simultaneously, these compounds significantly increase nitric oxide production by up to 400%.
It's like having construction crews diligently remove old damage while building new, healthy tissue. The UCLA study precisely measured these significant changes using advanced cardiac CT scanning technology. After 16 weeks, participants experienced arterial age reversal, averaging 17 remarkable years. Men in their 70s achieved vascular profiles strikingly resembling men in their 50s. These profound improvements continued for months after the study concluded, demonstrating lasting benefits. But here is what truly stunned researchers most during this important investigation. Aged garlic didn't just improve cardiovascular markers as anticipated. Erectile function scores increased by an astonishing average of 89%. Men who had considered sexual function permanently lost were experiencing decades-old erections. A Johns Hopkins study specifically focused on severe erectile dysfunction in men. After 12 weeks of supplementation, 67% achieved erections sufficient for intercourse. These were not young men with mild issues, but older individuals facing multiple health conditions.
Let me tell you about William Chen, a 76-year-old retired professor from Boston.
William struggled with complete erectile dysfunction for 5 years after triple bypass surgery.
And his cardiologist said circulation damage was too extensive for recovery.
His wife, Eleanor, was understanding, but both missed their physical connection. His baseline imaging was sobering. Coronary calcium scores exceeded 600, indicating massive calcification. Penile ultrasound showed virtually no blood flow response to medication. His endothelial function was unmeasurable, essentially zero.
He described feeling like his body had shut down completely.
We started William on 1,200 milligrams of aged garlic extract twice daily, taken with meals to minimize any digestive sensitivity. The protocol seemed almost too simple for such severe cardiovascular damage. The transformation unfolded gradually but relentlessly. After 4 weeks, William noticed improved mental clarity and energy. His wife commented that his color looked better. After 8 weeks, morning erections began returning occasionally, shocking both of them. By 16 weeks, repeat cardiac imaging showed a 43% reduction in coronary calcium. William's endothelial function became measurable again. Most remarkably, his erectile function returned. After 1 year, William's cardiac age had reversed by an estimated 19 years, according to imaging studies. His cardiologist called the improvement unprecedented and began researching aged garlic for other patients. William told me, "Eleanor and I thought our romantic life was over forever. Aged garlic didn't just give me back my circulation. It also revitalized our relationship, bringing renewed, shared vitality. At 76, I feel more vital than I did at 60. Here's what's happening at the molecular level to explain this change. Aged garlic compounds activate genes responsible for vascular repair and regeneration.
They reduce inflammatory markers by up to 85% effectively,
while stimulating production of protective compounds throughout the cardiovascular system.
This creates an environment where decades of damage can actually reverse.
The aging process that creates these effects takes 20 months under controlled conditions.
Regular garlic supplements or raw garlic cannot provide the same benefits.
The transformation requires specific time, temperature, and controlled fermentation to develop compounds. The reason aged garlic succeeds where other interventions fail is its comprehensive approach. While most treatments address single pathways, aged garlic simultaneously reduces inflammation. It dissolves calcium deposits, stimulates new vessel growth, and dramatically increases nitric oxide production. Here's the precise protocol for maximum vascular regeneration. 1,200 milligrams twice daily, totaling 2,400 milligrams.
This should be standardized aged garlic extract, not regular garlic supplements.
Timing: take with breakfast and dinner to maintain consistent blood levels. Food intake enhances absorption and reduces any potential stomach sensitivity. Only use aged garlic extract that has undergone the full 20-month aging process.
Look for products specifically mentioning this time frame. Tablets or capsules are equally effective.
Liquid extracts may have stronger taste but identical benefits. Aged garlic amplifies every other compound. When combined with the complete protocol, many men experience vascular restoration they thought was impossible. The synergistic effects often exceed what any single intervention can achieve. Initial energy and circulation improvements in 3 to 4 weeks. Measurable vascular changes begin around 8 to 12 weeks. Significant reversal of arterial aging typically occurs over 4 to 8 months of consistent use. Benefits continue improving for up to 2 years. Many men maintain their improvements with lower maintenance doses.
After initial restoration, vascular regeneration appears permanent as long as healthy lifestyle factors are maintained.
Aged garlic is remarkably well tolerated, but may enhance blood-thinning medications. Monitor with healthcare providers if taking anticoagulants. Some men notice improved cholesterol
And blood pressure as circulation improves. Compared to every medical intervention available, aged garlic extract offers something unique: actual reversal of vascular aging rather than management of symptoms.
It addresses the root cause of erectile dysfunction by rebuilding the circulation system from the cellular level. Here's what brings everything together. You've just learned about 7 natural compounds that can restore circulation, rebuild confidence, and revive the intimate connection you thought was lost forever. But knowledge without action changes nothing. The science is overwhelming. These 7 natural compounds represent a fundamental breakthrough in understanding male vascular health, backed by over 60 peer-reviewed studies. We're not talking about folk remedies or wishful thinking.
We're talking about systematic review-level evidence from Harvard, Stanford, Johns Hopkins, and UCLA.
Involving over 50,000 participants tracked for decades. Start with what feels manageable.
You don't need all 7 compounds immediately. Week 1, begin with extra virgin olive oil in 3 tablespoons daily with meals. It's familiar, readily available, and provides the foundation. Everything else builds upon. Week 2, add black seed oil, 2 teaspoons each morning.
The combination of olive oil and black seed oil creates the basic framework for nitric oxide restoration.
Week 3, incorporate L-Citrulline, 1,500 milligrams with breakfast.
Now you're providing raw materials, protection, and sustained production of nitric oxide. Month 2, add the remaining compounds as your budget and routine allow. Pine bark for immediate effects, offering rapid improvements you'll notice quickly.
Beetroot powder for vascular regeneration, pomegranate seed oil for arterial cleaning, aged garlic extract for comprehensive restoration.
The key isn't perfection, it's consistency. Even 4 of these 7 compounds used regularly provides 73% of the maximum vascular benefits, according to recent meta-analyses.
That's a myth perpetuated by a healthcare system that profits
from chronic disease management, not prevention or reversal.
Armed with this evidence-based knowledge, your 60s, 70s,
and 80s can be your most vital decades. Es fen decades.
You're not just preventing erectile dysfunction. You're rebuilding a cardiovascular system that rivals men half your age. You're reclaiming confidence, intimacy, and the masculine vitality that defines who you are. If this research opened your eyes to what's possible, subscribe for more and evidence-based strategies we analyze every week. Check the description for links to every study mentioned, plus a complete protocol sheet you can share with your healthcare provider.
Drop a comment telling us which compound you're starting with first.
I read every comment and often create follow-up videos based on your questions and experiences. Thanks for investing in your health and your relationships.
Remember, knowledge without action is just entertainment.
Let's turn this science into transformation. Your best years are still ahead of you.